Governor Soludo swears in 4 new EXCO members. Deputy Governor Onyeka Ibezim inspects waste disposal sites in Awka. NDLEA arrests drug baron behind tramadol deal. FG disburses $5 billion to states through SFTAS program. And on the foreign scene, El Salvador extends state of emergency to curb gang violence. Before the news in details, here is the special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Now, the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has today, 25th April 2020, yesterday, sworn in 1 commissioner and 3 special advisors to be part of the solution team. A Government House correspondent, Valentine Mbadoga, completes the story.
The 4 new EXCO members are as follows. Barrister Sly Ezokenwa as Commissioner for Special Duties, Anambra State. Mr. Bob Manuel Udoku as Special Advisor to the Governor on Leisure, Entertainment and Tourism. Dr. Nelson Omenua as Special Advisor to the Governor on Youth Empowerment Program. Barrister Tobechuku Nweke as Special Advisor to the Governor on Legal Matters. Governor Soludo, while addressing the newly sworn EXCO members, urged them to be diligent in the discharge of their duties, as they are chosen, having proven to possess special qualities to deliver in their various assignments. The governor emphasized that their appointment is a call to duty to build a livable and prosperous Anambra State. He urged them to work as a team to enable the purpose-driven agenda of his administration to be actualized in full.
You have been chosen because we know you are competent, and I expect unceasing flow of advice from all of you. And if I may give you a tip, because for the advisors where I came from, for the advisors, you are meant to be seen and not heard. Remember, you are advising. But when you advise, it's for my ears only.
The swearing-in proper, which took place at the Anambra State International Convention Center, was witnessed by other EXCO members. In Awka, Valentine Mbadwa reporting Fabius News.
Anambra State government has called on citizens and residents of the state to complement the government's efforts by imbibing a clean and habitable environment. The state deputy governor, Onyeka Ibezim, made the call while inspecting the ongoing evacuation of waste and the silting of drainages in the Awka metropole. Our correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports is taken from our studio.
Areas inspected were Juhel Pharmacy Junction, Queen Suits Junction, Iago Estate, and Club Road Junction by Isuanocha Road, among others. During the inspection, the Deputy Governor was joined by the Commissioner for Environment, Engineer Felix Odumegu, and team of waste evacuation and the silting of drainages. Speaking shortly after the inspection, the Deputy Governor said the exercise was to fulfill one of the campaign promises of Professor Chukwuma Soludo towards integrating a habitable homeland and urban regeneration for the people. Dr. Ibezim, who explained that the cleaning was necessary considering the harmful effect of refuse on human health, called on citizens and residents to complement the government effort by imbibing clean environment. He assured that the state government is committed to ensuring a clean and healthy environment, saying it is part of a strategy to improve the standard of living of the people. Mr. Deputy Governor disclosed that sustainable measures have been put in place by the government for proper disposal of refuse, urging the people not to dump refuse in unauthorized locations such as drains, canal, and road medians.
Every morning we evacuate, and then in the morning also the governor has said he wants to see people sweeping the streets on a regular basis. And then we also talk to the people. You know, they should be able to package their refuse, you know, and then put it rightly in the bins. When we come, we'll pick it up. And you also know that we have moved from dumping refuse in a big dump to what we call landfills. You know, very soon that will begin to work out, where we convert waste to wealth.
A former chairman of Awka South local government area, Prince Azubike Ilu, who thanked the government for embarking on the exercise, underscored the importance of a healthy environment.
I feel so sad seeing the condition of the environment, especially here in Awka South local government, which happens to be the state capital. So, but incidentally today, our dynamic deputy governor and the commissioner for environment and their team clearing the whole surrounding in Awka, and it's a thing of joy because Awka needs to be clean.
The Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, says that the state government will soon introduce digital services into the state health sector. Dr. Obidike stated this in Awka during the closing stage of the Challenge Initiative, TCI, a new solution drive introduced to aid the performance of the state's health sector.
The initiative is run in collaboration with the state government and the Challenge Initiative, TCI, and has the theme Journey Towards State Government Self-Reliance and Chronicles of Sustainable Impact at Scale for Reproductive Health in Anambra State. The Challenge Initiative, a business unusual platform that empowers local governments to rapidly and sustainably scale best practices in health interventions to benefit urban poor communities. Dr. Obidike during the event said that the administration of Professor Chukwuma Soludo will in no distant time introduce digital health services that will monitor staff inputs, assess people and public community partnership to redefine the sector for optimal performance.
There are some programs we are going to see coming up. The governor is working hard to ensure that Anambra State will be one of the first states that will implement what we call telemedicine. Telemedicine means that you can be in the comfort of your house and book an appointment to see a doctor that is working anywhere in the world. We have reached some stage of the agreement with them. Some partners came from the United States of America and the UK last week, and we discussed, and we're having a positive discussion. By God's grace, by August, it will be flagged off in conjunction with our insurance company. Then,
on her part, the Executive Secretary, Anambra State Primary Health Care Development Agency, Dr. Chioma Ezenyimolo, said that the introduction of TCI has catapulted the agency through the introduction of several interventions in family planning for a healthy reproductive cycle for the women and family.
The woman has to recover from her pregnancy before embarking on another pregnancy. So that period is very essential. The woman needs to rest and recover. Also for economic reasons, the family should be able to plan the number of children they wish to have. You know, in these days of juvenile delinquency, the family should also be able, the parents, to provide that moral mentorship, parenthood to their children. And you can only do this if you have the number of children you can afford to take care of.
For the Nigerian director of TCI, Mr. Victor Daru, on arrival in Anambra State, the team recognized that women and children having quality access to reproductive, maternal, and child health services is clear evidence that the government has intervened to turn around the reproductive health paradigm of the state.
We say we don't implement any program. We only help government to deliver its mandates. Right? So it's not a question of whether the initiative will survive without TCI or not. Government has the capacity. We believe government has the capacity. We believe community have the capacity. They know the problem. They know what to do now. We've only demonstrated those things that they can do with very little resources. And from what we have seen, we are very committed. And of course, with the leadership of Professor Soludo, the new executive governor, we are very committed that the financing, the support, the motivation, that the staff and the managers and the policymakers within the health space will be able to sustain these interventions and even take it to scale all over the state.
the traditional ruler of Umueri, Igwe Ben Emeka, who thanked the team for the intensified efforts in the health sector, asked the State Ministry of Health to embark on an inspection of community health centers and asked the people to show more interest in their health. In Oka, Chibuzo Bidiki, ABS News.
Now, the Anambra State Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Nwabuwanne, has reassured workers of the present administration's plans to reform the state's local government system. Mr. Nwabuwanne stated this at the Idemili North and South Council headquarters, where he continued his tour across the 21 local government areas of Anambra State. Our correspondent Blessing Uchendo completes the report.
The commissioner was accompanied by the chairman of Local Government Service Commission, Anambra State, Dr. Peter Egenti, Anambra State President of National Union of Local Government Employees, Comrade Chikwelu Adigwe, Executive Secretary, Local Government Staff Pension Board, Mrs. Gloria Obiora Ibezim, the National President of Anambra State Association of Town Unions, ASATU, Barrister Titus Abudo, among others. Mr. Nwabuwanne, while interacting with the workers, disclosed that plans are on the way to digitize the system, organize regular capacity building programs for them, recruit more workers, and collaborate with them in generating revenues for the state. The commissioner charged them to remain dedicated to their duties and promised that he will communicate their challenges to the governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for solutions.
We want to provide an enabling environment for workers at the local government level to get it right. And that can be a naga with my team. If any never started local government never. So that when any who know your issue, on your never. Malinke non at table here. So that when we go back, we collect it and fix the problem, because it is broken and we'll fix it.
On their parts, Dr. Egenti, Comrade Adigwe and Mrs. Obiora Ibezim commended the commissioner for carrying everyone along and advised the workers to give the present administration total support in order to achieve its goals for workers, and assured them that Governor Soludo has the workers' welfare at heart.
And when I said government America, 9 went to Kube, 9 India, and
Receiving the commissioner to their respective LGAs, the Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili North, Barrister Asha Nnabife, his Idemili South counterpart, Mr. Don Onachukwu, praised the familiarization tour and assured that they would continue to identify with the present administration in its policies. In a vote of thanks, the Norgi chairman, Idemili North, Mrs. Chinwe Nze, and her Idemili South counterpart, Mrs. Ifoma Orakwelo, said that the workers needed such motivation to make their works easier. Mr. Nwabuwanne has so far visited Dunukofia, Njikoka, Oka North and South local government areas.
The Anambra have remained responsive to the Akuluona call of the state government by coming to the aid of the government through provision of infrastructure and social amenities in their immediate environment. Latest on the roll was the flag off of 2 major roads in Amobia by a philanthropist from Omawolo, Chief Christopher Ndobesi. Works correspondent Ngozi Obilere reports that the 2 roads to be constructed are Ebakbo Hall, Amobia, Prison Road, where earthwork has commenced immediately, and Ebakbo Hall to the residents of the national chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Chief Victor Oye.
Speaking during the ceremony, the benefactor, Chief Ndubisi, said it was in fulfillment of his promise sometime last month at the residence of the ABGA National Chairman, Chief Oye, where he had gone to inform him about his brother, Chief Augustine Ekwozo's interest to run for Oka North and South Federal Constituency seats, and observed that the road to the house of an important personality like Chief Oye is not befitting, hence his promise to ensure that the road is constructed. Chief Ndubisi maintained that they are happy with their brother's decision to salvage their area, having known his personality, calling on the people of the area to give him support.
What I'm doing is a kind of, will I say, a new beginning, so that people can show gesture, use what they do to show gesture to their people. You understand? I believe they are seeing, and I believe they are motivated, and they feel concerned, and in near future they will take part in the development of Anambra State. We have people.
Addressing the people of Obisi constituency who gathered to receive them, the Awka North and South Federal constituency aspirant Chief Ekwozo said he is on a rescue mission to ensure even distribution of dividends of democracy in the area as should be done. He explained that as a philanthropist who has been championing human and community development, he decided to occupy the position since, according to him, those who have represented them have not done well, even as he said that the road construction which they witnessed was just a tip of an iceberg compared to the development they will witness if he is given the opportunity.
Good job is my watchword. So I'm a kind of person that being motivated over doing a good job. One especially when you get to something that will benefit humanity and humanity and the otherwise. So let me use my influence to convert it, to assist my people in a rescue mission, because I came to rescue, to do damage control.
On his part, the member representing Awka South 2 in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Chukwuma Okoye, expressed happiness that good things are happening in his constituency, especially his community, Amobia, and appreciated Chief Ndubisi for the move, even as he called on other wealthy individuals in the area and the state at large to use their wealth and work for their community development. Also speaking, the Transition Committee Chairman of Awka South Council area, Mr. Leo Muba, explained that he has concluded plans to confer an award on behalf of the council on Chief Ndubisi, saying that individuals like him are not hidden because of their good deeds, urging him not to relent. The chairman of Awolo Brothers, Chief Emmanuel Ndubisi, noted that the benefactor, his young brother, has been a blessing to his family, Umu Awolo community, and entire state, adding that they are fully prepared to support their brother, Chief Ekwozo, in order to achieve his ambition for the good of their constituency. The event climaxed with inauguration of construction work on the road mentioned. From Amobia, in Awka South Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
The governor of Rivers State, Mr. Nyesom Wike, says insecurity is seriously undermining the economy of the country. Addressing members of the People's Democratic Party in Awka, Mr. Wike, who is also a presidential aspirant of PDP and the 2023 general elections, urged party delegates to elect a candidate with courage to contest against the ruling party. Paul Ezoke has details.
Governor Wike said any credible aspirant should prioritize security of life and property to attract investors and promote socio-economic activities, regretting that presently agricultural activities have been disrupted by insecurity, thereby threatening national food security. He urged members of the PDP not to leave anything to chance in the struggle to wrestle power from the ruling party and should present a candidate with ability, experience and self-confidence to win election. Governor Wike noted that Nigeria at this point in time needs a credible government that can enthrone purposeful and forceful leadership as well as carry every part of the country along, regretting that the country is presently very divided along various lines. He assured that if given the ticket, he will fulfill promises made to the people.
I have the energy. The energy is too much. What would I do with it? I want to use the energy to serve Nigeria, to serve my country. You need a field marshal for this job now. Do you understand me? We need a field marshal for this election.
The former governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Ibrahim Hassan Dankwambo, described Governor Wike as a political scientist with wealth of experience to make the desired difference.
He's a lawyer and a life bencher. He is prepared for this job. He has been tested as a chairman, tested as the chief of staff, tested as a minister, tested as a governor, and today he has fulfilled and came out excellently very well.
In their separate speeches, two members of the PDP Board of Trustees, Mr. Maxwell Okudo and Mrs. Chinelo Mofus, recalled the various contributions which Governor Wike has made in the past to protect the interests of the party and wish him well in his political aspiration.
The people of Anambra, the land of Anambra, and the God of Anambra welcomes you. We know that by the grace of God, if given the ticket, that you will make it already. So our prayers is that God Almighty will give you the victory.
The visit attracted party members from across the state.
Away now from stories of Anambra State, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested a suspected billionaire drug baron behind the 3 billion naira tramadol deal allegedly involving the embattled suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari-led intelligence response team, Chief Afam Malintin Emmanuel Okato. The anti-narcotic agency said Okato's arrest followed months of surveillance and evasion of arrest. Okato, who is chairman of Malintin Group of Companies, was arrested on board a flight to Abuja at the Murtala Mohammed II terminal of the Lagos Airport, Ikeja, on Wednesday, 13th of April. The NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi disclosed this in a statement on Monday titled, NDLEA arrests drug baron behind 3 billion tramadol linked to Abba Kyari's team. Babafemi said investigations revealed that the suspect is a major importer of large consignments of different brands and high dosages of tramadol hydrochloride. According to him, the tramadol ranging from 120 milligram, 200 milligram, 225 milligram, and 250 milligram are illicit. He added that Okato owns pharmaceutical and plastic manufacturing companies, which he used as a cover-up to import illicit drugs into Nigeria. On the foreign scene, United States President Joe Biden has named Bridget Brink as ambassador to Ukraine following a visit to the war-torn country by the U.S. Secretary of State and the Pentagon chief. Bridget Brink, who is currently serving as ambassador to Slovakia, is a career diplomat, has served as a senior advisor and deputy assistant secretary in the Bureau of European and Eurasian Affairs at the U.S. Department of the State, where she focused on Eastern Europe and the Caucasus, as well as deputy chief of mission in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and Tbilisi, Georgia. The official announcement on Monday on Brink's nomination came after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin made an undisclosed trip to Ukraine to meet with President Volodymyr Zelensky, who he notified of the planned nomination. Washington did not provide a timeline on when the U.S. embassy in Kyiv, which was closed days before Russia launched its invasion on February 24, would reopen. Now, eulogies were delivered by family members, friends, church members, and well-wishers as the late Mrs. Bessie Okonkwo was laid to rest in her hometown of Enugu village, Ugbeno, Awka North Council area. The late Mrs. Okonkwo, fondly known as Ada Jesus, was the mother of Mr. Emmanuel Okonkwo, a staff of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Awka, and co-founder of the Christ Deliverance Evangelical Mission Ministry with her husband. Our correspondent Onyinye Agobeze completes the story.
She was regarded to have touched the lives of every member of her family and community with humility and immense love. During the burial service, Pastor Francis Uzuku, whose sermon was centered on blessed hope, said that despite worldly things, the most important is the assurance of going to heaven, and that Christians should ask themselves if they are true to themselves as Christians, saying that they should live a good life so that they are not found wanting on the last day.
Even in our price in Gwebo, I ain't have to Christians. I need to take a ban at Twego. I need to take a ban at Chokai, the other person will know nothing. We are in our press, I have a revelation of rapture. Or told whom we in keep wine. More revelation of KB, more revelation of EB, I need to take teaching at those things. But do they go not support them? Baby, they catch you.
commiserating with the deceased family. The ABS family, led by Acting Managing Director Mr. Gabe Okpaleze, represented by Deputy Director News and Current Affairs Mrs. Chinyelu Obiejesi, charged the family to imbibe and sustain their late mother's legacy, praying God to give them the fortitude to bear the irreplaceable loss. Pastor Aloysius Okonkwo and Mrs. Blessing Nwafo, the deceased husband and first daughter, thanked God for their wife and mother's life well spent, saying she was a good, disciplined, peaceful and positive woman, a role model, and that they will never depart from the legacy she left behind. In addition, her son, Mr. Emmanuel Okonkwo of the ABS, while thanking all who came to commiserate with his family, stated that his mother was a calm, humble woman who was a devout and faithful Christian until her death, thanking God for the good life his mother lived.
I learned so many things from my mom. That was why I was shocked when her sudden death came. We didn't even expect it. We didn't even want to, lose her at this age. But to God be the glory. The Bible said that we should give God thanks in all things. So I give God the praise because I know that He's all-knowing God. If He's not, if He didn't sign this thing or approve this, it wouldn't have happened. So because it's His will, that's why it happened. I give all thanks to Him.
Her elder sister, Mrs. Justina Chioke, Pastor Abuchi Nwankwo, as well as Pastor Felix Eke, said the deceased led an exemplary Christian life and was meek, wise and virtuous in her ways, as well as a good example of a leader who shows compassion to all. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra chapter, led by the chairman, Dr. Odogu Emeka Odogu, and the ABS Elite brothers, among others, paid a condolence visit. Mrs. Okonkwo, who died at age 62 after a brief illness, was survived by her husband, 10 children and 10 grandchildren. Interments, condolences by friends and well-wishers were featured at the funeral. From Uwenu in Oka North Local Government Area, I am Onye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
Our heart goes out to Emmanuel Okonkwo and the entire family. And of course, that wraps up the news. But before we go, remember you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again, apologies for the mix-up in the beginning of the news. Governor Soludo swears in 4 new EXCO members. Deputy Governor Onyeka Ibezim inspects waste disposal sites in Oka. NDLEA has arrested drug baron behind tramadol deal. U.S. President Biden nominates Bridget Brink as U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. And the special message, Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that does it on the news. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.